Hey, what's going on? I'm Brian Knight. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel, The Successful Slob. That's right, here on this wonderful, beautiful, life-changing channel, I'm focused on helping you pursue your goals while kicking life and your fears in the butt. Yeah, that's right. If you're like confused, watch the video before this. It's my third video on this channel. I explain my entire angle with this entire subject. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. If you're like, well, Brian, I'll watch you, but I really can't subscribe because I don't have like a Google account. It takes 5 minutes. Please do it. And when you hit the bell, it lets you know when I upload my content. So today's subject is Dave Ramsey, good or bad. Good old Dave, man, you can see him especially on a lot of conservative platforms. He's energetic, he's direct, he's to the point. Some people has said, how can a Christian be that stern? This guy is a resident of Tennessee. He's done quite well for himself. Basically, his testimony is he was, from what I understand, buying a lot of properties. And in the mid-'80s, he was up to about $4 million portfolio. And then a larger bank acquired the smaller bank, or whatever size bank that he had his loans with, and they demand that he pay them. He couldn't. He had to file bankruptcy. Fast forward, he and his wife start teaching couples and counseling couples on what the Bible says about finances and how we should handle finances. And then you turn it into a program. Right before I logged on to shoot this video, I looked up Dave's net worth. He has a net worth of $55 million. That has pissed off some people in the Christian community. I'll get to that in a second. Hopefully I'll remember that. He created Financial Peace University, which as of the shooting of this video, this is Friday, July the 3rd, good old Dave is getting $130 for one Financial Peace University membership, okay? So, let me lay all of this out here before I dive in. You are not talking to someone who has been through the program once. I have been through the program twice, and I was a facilitator at the church that we were attending when I was involved with this program. I am going to tell you the truth. I have no axe to grind with Dave. If you hate Dave and you think I'm going to give you a little something, put in your pipe and smoke, and you need to go ahead and get off this channel now. Now, am I like other people who, no matter what Dave Ramsey says, they're just so excited and they start fluttering their little hands and they do it so much they fly off? Not me either. I am not here to criticize a man who's made $55 million off of helping people, and he actually has helping people. At the same time, I'm going to tell you my thoughts and my experience with the program. So, I very well doubt that Dave would even care what I have to say, nor his organization, but if this does get back to him, I'm just telling the truth and nothing but the truth. So, my wife and I, let's kind of dive into it. As I said, we went through Financial Peace University because we were on staff at our church. We went through it. It was mandatory to go through it, but the church covered the cost. Thank you. Because at the time, we really wasn't making any money. So we really couldn't afford it. And once again, that's a problem with some people. Went through it. I saw some of the great things. Let's break down this, and remember, this is like flying through this thing. I mean, this is a course. This is like a course. You have got to pay attention. Everybody talks about the cash envelopes with Dave. I had a family member go, you went through that, all I heard is he says for you to put cash in envelopes. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Yes, he says put cash in envelopes, but he's talking about creating a budget of your bills, your necessities, everything, and breaking it down. And taking envelopes, putting the name of whatever that envelope is for. If it's for food, groceries, gas, whatever, you allocate money to that envelope, and when the cash is gone, the cash is gone. One of his big ideas is that I'm telling you, if I pulled up my phone right now and looked at my bank account, too many times I use my debit card and I'm swiping and I'm just seeing numbers change within my bank app. So my bank account app, I just say, oh, that was $1,000, now it's $960. His idea is once you have money in your hand and you can feel it, you begin to think about exactly how much money you're spending instead of just being so isolated through looking at a numerical value on your phone or your laptop. Most of the time it's the phone. So that's a big deal. So he's wanting you to take ownership to actually see how much money is going out. Another thing is he has a big spill on what's called the snowball approach. Snowball approach is you take all of your debt, you write it out, and you look at your smallest bill. Okay, you just take your smallest bill and you pay it off as fast as you possibly can. Then take the money that you're paying towards that bill, put it towards the second largest bill. Do I need to keep going? Before that, he's $1,000 emergency fund. $1,000 emergency fund where you save, guess what, $1,000 for emergencies. That could be allocated to anything. You never touch that money unless you have an emergency. So if you want to take money out of it to, go see Van Halen because they decided to get back together, you don't supposed to do that. Or the Jonas Brothers or whoever the crap you're listening to. So I'm not going to go through the entire course. You do need to see it, I believe, for yourself. So what are my thoughts on Financial Peace University? I think it is quite helpful. I think that it makes people who are adults, that their driver's license says that you're an adult, that you should actually act like an adult in all facets of your life. He also ties in how a lot of our actions and thoughts and approaches to money is, there's a lot of things tied to it that's just not financially, well, it isn't just completely based off money. It could be some problems that we have in our life that we're actually overspending and we're out of control. And I can definitely agree with that. He talks about selling things that you don't need around your house to take extra money and put it towards the $1,000 emergency fund or put it towards the snowball. So I agree with all those things. And he talks about increasing your income. He talks about doing things the smart way. He talks about investments and so on, and everything has a step. Here's the thing that I believe that a lot of people forget that they need to address. All right, so everybody buckle in. Now, remember what I said, I'm not coming on here to hammer Dave Ramsey, a man who's made $55 million and has truly helped a lot of people. It's just, here we go. First of all, if you were like me back in, 2013, you're making $12 an hour, you're working 40 hours a week. Before taxes, that's $480. $480. My wife was working for the church part-time, but on a full-time basis. She was paid part-time pay. She and I were struggling. So bad. We really didn't even have too many bills. Nothing, no outstanding student loan. We were renting, yet we were still struggling. One of the things that I believe people overlook in all of this is that you still have to pursue earning more money. You still have to pursue opportunities to get the better job. And you know me, I believe in working a job and building side businesses, or at least that's what this channel is going to introduce for you. I believe in building side businesses. And the reason why is a lot of millionaires that I actually know, they don't make their money off of one thing. They make it off of multiple sources of income. So that's a whole other video. If you go into this Financial Peace University, this is Brian's opinion. This is my opinion. This is my experience. And you think, okay, we're going to do the cash envelopes. We're going to sell things. We're going to cut down on our spending. We're going to be, and you're already not earning a lot of money. And I wouldn't even say a lot of money. I'm just saying, and that right there, that is opening up a Pandora's box. What is a lot of money? It's according to the person. But once again, I was only making $480 a week before taxes, and my wife was making $250 per week before taxes as a part-time, full-time church staff member. That's not a lot of money. So you can sell everything that you want to. You can lock down to beans and rice, but at the end of the day, by the way, at that time, we had one job. Now we have two. You still have to pursue more work opportunities. Well, Dave talks about that. He does talk about it, but too many people focus on let's cut down the spending. Let's cut down the spending. Let's eliminate that. That is great. I just feel like it's almost like looking at the recipe for a cake and going, well, I know it has these 4 major ingredients, but man, as long as we show up with 3, that one doesn't matter. That one right there, even though that's a little pinky, that's a little pinky finger, is massive. You actually have to start earning more money, because there's a lot of people who, hey, they earn 6 figures and they have spent like they've earned 6 figures. I get it, but there are a lot of people out there who's earning $30, $40, $50, $60,000 a year. You're not making it. So you can freeze all your spending, and according to what part of the country you live in, you could be making 80 or 90,000 and you still be suffering. I know there's some people who are huge Dave fans who are going to come on here and trash me. That's fine. I'll sleep just fine tonight with my wife, hot wife laying beside me with a comforter and 2 pillows, and I won't even think about you. That's fine. I'm talking to the people who's actually lived this like myself. You need to realize that you're going to have to earn more money. You're going to have to earn more money. You need to earn more money. And then the last thing that I would like to talk about is the people who hate on Dave. So that's the only thing that I really want to stick out there before I go any farther. I want to say that is that if you think you're just going to go into this and all of a sudden you're going to go into this course and you're going to come out and all of a sudden everything's going to be fine, you're going to do everything he says, it's going to be great. Make sure you're actually doing all that he says, because if you're not looking for more sources of income, you could still be in a lot of bad shape, because I was. You could really be in bad shape. I still was. All right. I just knew at a very intellectual level how little money I actually made. All right. And he addresses that. But I'm just saying, so many people takes away from all that other stuff and leaves that out. That is my biggest critique. Do not overlook how much money you earn, or the lack thereof. This is for people who criticize the program, and this is my opinion. I know people who they're of a particular way of thinking. They're of a particular way of thinking, and they believe that once you earn money, you should just start giving everything away. And I would like to say that's why I enjoy capitalism. I enjoy capitalism because I believe that a person should have the choice. Capitalism in a free society, you should have the choice to earn as much money as you want. And by the way, he does help people. He does help people go dig into it, go look into it. But for the people who are upset that he charges $130 and he should just give it away, and look at that matching belt, I just say get a life, man. Get a life. A lot of that thinking is stemmed into governmental and political thoughts and practices that, well, quite honestly, when they've been practiced in other countries, the majority of the countries are very poor, the citizens are very poor, and the government officials are very rich. And I think that there is a complete and total jealousy there. I think there's a victim mentality that needs to be fixed. It needs to be addressed. Money does not make a person great. That's not my thought. But going around telling everybody and putting down everybody who earns a lot of money and think that they're just horrible, there's something wrong with that. Sorry. There is just something wrong with that. So for people who has a problem with Dave Ramsey, okay, if he's not your cup of tea, he's not your cup of tea. But when it goes off into, they should just start giving stuff away, there's a bigger issue with you. And I know some people who are like that, and I know the way they think, I know the way they approach life, and it's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. So throw that out there. Okay, so I'm going to lock down, I'm going to summarize this video. Check out Financial Peace University. By the way, I am not sponsored by it. I've been irritated even at moments by it, but it's fantastic. It is a fantastic course. You need to check it out. You need to look at the entire plan and just not be filling money full of, or envelopes full of money, and we've sold everything, we're doing good, and your income is not increasing. You've got to increase your income. You need to increase your income. And that's just my one critique of a lot of people, how they approach this particular course. All right, well, I'm Brian Knight. Thank you for joining me on the Successful Slob. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Pass this along to your friends and neighbors who could use it. See you next time.